Hey there, everyone. How we doing today? It's good to see you all. Hope everyone's having a good week. Welcome back to the King Boomer channel. Queen Boomer is not here. She hasn't been in a video in quite some time, so my mission today is to get her to do some reactions. Maybe some Father Ted reactions, Idiot Abroad, Friday Night Dinner. That's the big one that I want to get her to do. But for right now, I recently did a live stream and somebody sent a super chat. I can't remember who it was, but asking me to do a reaction to Eurovision. However, all I know about Eurovision is that it involves music. I know you watched that one Father Ted episode where they were auditioning for Eurovision. But other than that, I'm not quite sure what Eurovision is, other than it involves music. I need someone to explain it to me. So when I looked in the search field and typed in Eurovision, one channel that I'm subscribed to, that I've been subscribed to for quite some time now, is geographynow, which is an excellent channel. If you have not subscribed to geographynow, it is a great channel. The guy who runs the channel does a terrific job, and he's got a video that explains what Eurovision is. And I think the reason I found it was because when I searched for it, my buddies Daniel and Spencer from Embrace the Suck 21, shout out to them, friends of the channel, they've already reacted to it. And I know that they have done Eurovision reactions. I think they've done quite a few. So I have thought about doing Eurovision reactions for quite some time. I've had multiple requests over the months to do it, but I've never really had the drive to do it. But I think a good first step is to have geographynow explain to me what Eurovision is. So if you have not checked out geographynow, I can't stress it enough. It's an excellent channel. It's one of my favorite channels. So go over there and subscribe to geographynow and call him a Muppet for me, like I always tell you to do. But he's going to explain it to me, and hopefully I learn something, because this is quite a big thing. It's quite a big deal over there across the Atlantic. So I need to figure out what this is and what the rules are and everything. I need to know everything. So here we go, folks. Let's check it out. Geographynow is going to explain this for me. And hopefully my primitive Muppet brain can process some of this. Here we go, folks.
So the next few scripts are almost done being written. We're going to film this week, so that means this is round 2 of Filler Week. I asked you guys on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram what are some topics you would like me to cover on Filler Week. Last one was the World Cup, and this time it's going to be, by popular demand, Eurovision. By the way, guys, I have a little bit of a list because I'm straightening my teeth with aligners. Like that. This is what I'm using. I remember the first time I was introduced to Eurovision was in 2014 when I visited Denmark, and back then they were actually hosting Eurovision. I had no idea what it was, and then when I saw it, I was like, wow, this is a big deal out here. So today we answer the question, what is Eurovision? Explained by the perfect candidate, me, an American. Logic! Now, if you really want to know what Europeans think of each other, don't watch the news or read an article on history. Just watch Eurovision. Speaking of alliances, though, before we get into this video is a sponsored video, which is good because I need to buy a new mic because I can't stand using this thing anymore. Thank you, Alliance Heroes of the
Wow, he's... Look at that. I was wondering what that was. It's like he's using that as a mic. That's funny. You need to get yourself one of these, my friend. This was actually pretty cheap on Amazon, and it's the best mic I've had.
Now back to the main question. What is Eurovision? Well, first of all, specifically, it's the Eurovision Song Contest. Eurovision is actually the name of the network in Switzerland that kind of started the whole thing. Second of all, in the shortest way I can summarize it, it's like the longest running, most watched singing competition in the world, held in May with finals sometimes lasting up to 4 hours. It involves mostly all of the countries in Europe and a few that aren't even in it as well. Literally every country in Europe except for Liechtenstein and, no surprise, Vatican City has competed at least once in the competition. Can you imagine a Vatican priest competing in the competition? Who knows?
I would love that.
Europe is pretty surprising. So how did it...
I would love it if the Vatican City entered the contest. I think they would get a lot more worshippers if they entered the contest. I really do.
It all begin. Basically, back in the 1950s, Europe had to figure out a way to make everybody cool with each other after World War II. So, no shocker, Europe's little rational psychiatrist Switzerland was like, hey, everyone likes music, so let's do a friendly little singing competition amongst each other to appease the masses. And it worked! Switzerland, the most neutral of all nations, hosted the first competition in Lugano with 7 countries, and no surprise, Switzerland, the most neutral competitor, won the first competition. Since then, it's been going on literally for over 60 years. Slowly over time, new countries joined in. After the fall of the Soviet Union and Yugoslavia, tons of new countries wanted in, and now over 40 are taking part. Basically, each country submits an original song and a singer or group to perform for the grand prize. You know, on the surface it seems kind of fun, but underneath the whole deal, it's like this whole systematically complex formulated competition. It involves a lot of math, politics, and strategy, and by strategy, I mean this. 1, 2, 3, The rules are always changing because they always find new problems, but for one, you get 3 minutes to sing and you can choose whatever language you want. However, recently a lot of people have just chosen to sing in English. Belgium once trolled everybody by singing in a fake language twice.
No, they did not. Oh, that's awesome. Belgium. Belgium just went way up in my book because of that. That's hilarious.
And for some reason, Norway once sang in Swahili. Now, because
Really?
they are the biggest financial contributors, there are 5 countries that automatically qualify for the final every year. They are France, Germany, Spain, the UK, and Italy. Now, you might think because these countries automatically qualify, that might be unfair. So to make up for it, these countries usually send in singers that like deliberately suck so they can kind of make up for the advantage.
Mustache is singing Mustache. Oh, France. Oh, France, what are you doing? I'm not gonna lie, this looks fun so far. From the short little clips that geographynow is showing. It looks like a fun time. Look at that guy's hair.
Now, how do you win? Well, in order to win, you have to get the points, which happens through voting. The voting system has changed throughout the years. At first, there was a single jury that voted. Then there was a jury in every competing nation that gave a point system between 1 to 8, 10, and 12 points to their favorite performers. Then in 1997, they experimented with the first call-in televoting system. Then that got messy because politics. So in 2016, they brought back the juries and fused the two together so each got a 50-50 say in the point system. Basically, the rule is you can't vote for your own country, but you can give points to other countries. This is where politics
That's
usually
good.
comes
I
in
like
and why the
that.
televoting system got kind of messy. You can really get a sense of who the real friends are. Like the Nordic countries always support each other, the Slavic countries, Greece and Cyprus always give each other like the highest points, and so on. So that's why they had to bring
Makes
the jury
sense,
system
yeah.
back to balance things out. To this day, Ireland has the most wins at 7, Sweden comes in
Really?
next at
Shout out to Ireland. Look at that. Look at you, Ireland, with your bad self. 7 victories. Good job.
6. France and Luxembourg and the UK each have 5.
Wonder if one of the winners
Netherlands
was
has
Father
4.
Ted.
Denmark, Israel, and Norway have 3. And Austria, Germany, Italy, Spain, Switzerland, and the Ukraine each have 2. Otherwise, when it comes to performances, pretty much anything goes. You can wear wacky costumes, use silly props, you can incorporate elements that illustrate your nation's culture or heritage, you can run around in a hamster wheel. You don't even have to use performers that are from your country. I mean, Celine Dion won in the 80s. She competed for Switzerland, and she's from Canada. You can take the competition seriously, or you can make a complete fool of yourself. That's kind of the other thing that
What was that? What was that? Look at this.
performers that are from your country. I mean, Celine Dion won in the 80s. She competed for Switzerland, and she's from Canada. You can take the competition seriously, or you can make a complete
Oh my god. Okay. This is selling me on doing Eurovision reactions. It really is. This looks like a fun time, and some of it looks so like a bunch of nonsense. But I love nonsense. So this looks like something. Especially Queen Boomer. Queen Boomer looks like she would. If I know Queen Boomer, and I think I do, it looks like she would really enjoy this. especially dancing underpants guy.
Fool of yourself. And that's kind of the other thing that needs to be addressed. Apparently, from what I've been told, many of the countries that compete in Eurovision don't even want to win Eurovision. As in, they deliberately suck so that they can lose. Now, why would you want to lose Eurovision? Because according to the rules, the winning country of Eurovision has to host the next Eurovision. Hosting a Eurovision is like hosting a little mini Olympics. It costs a lot of money and taxes to accommodate such a huge event that gets bigger and bigger every year. And this is where the infamous troll contestants come in. Every year, there are so many with like over-the-top, campy, horribly constructed performances, and it's one of the biggest appeals to watching Eurovision. Everybody wants to see the trolls, and it's almost like there's an art to it.
that's as this goes on, the more and more I want to watch it. So people just deliberately are bad because so their country doesn't have to pay for hosting the next one. That's so there's a lot of entrants that just deliberately do the weirdest shit. That's funny, man. Wow.
Typically, you can tell if it's a troll if the song is either about partying, dancing, or having fun. Usually played to a very poppy techno EDM track, usually accompanied by over-the-top flashy costumes and props or bad dancing. From what I've seen, Latvia and Lithuania seem to be really good at this. Like Latvia once dressed up as pirates. Lithuania literally submitted this.
Yo, it looks like the guy from Bottom, Hitler. Hitler from Bottom. Oh my god. Oh, and he's even moving like him. Oh god, that was so funny. Do that
Lithuania
again.
Literally submitted this.
He's losing his mind. Watch. I love it.
Surprisingly, they came in 6th place that year. You know, usually there's going to be a bunch of slip-ups and mistakes.
I love it.
Ireland once sent in a screaming puppet.
It's a Muppet! It's a Muppet! They got a screaming Muppet!
The singing can get pretty intense.
Damn.
Oh, and the lyrics, sometimes they're just genius.
Alcohol is free. I wonder which country that is.
One time Finland won with this group.
It's the apocalypse, now may the soul. All we need is lightning with power and might.
This looks
Oh, and don't
fun.
forget, drag queens after winning drag queens. And there was that one time Russia was like, screw it. We're just gonna send in a bunch of grandmas baking bread on stage.
Oh my god. Now I wonder, because of recent events, is Russia even allowed to enter the Eurovision contest? I mean, that's a subject for another video, I guess, which I would not do. But yeah, just thinking about it.
And they actually got 2nd place. In the end, the Eurovision Song Contest is like Europe's complete musical battle royale that brings in the entire continent, plus some other countries that are not part of their continent.
Australia.
Which begs the question, do I think the USA should take part in Eurovision? No, absolutely not. For one, we're not part of Europe. Second, we'd probably ruin it. Like, seriously. I'm very doubtful any Europeans would be ecstatic to see an American in a European competition. We'd be like that really annoying cousin that your friend brought to your party that you kind of politely
I
laugh
agree.
at their horrible, bad jokes just because you don't want to be confrontational. And when he starts talking to you, you're like, oh yeah, yeah. Hey, I have to go to the bathroom, but hey, here's Estonia. Have you met Estonia? Yeah, Estonia, US, Estonia. Yeah, just say hi to each other, and yeah, you two get along. I gotta go to the bathroom. And third, we'd probably never win. I doubt we'd ever get many points, if any at all. I mean, maybe the UK and Ireland would throw us some pity points, but nobody would want an American to win Eurovision. And if by some miracle we actually did win, it would probably start a bunch of protests and boycotts and inciting World War III, 4, and 5 all at once.
Oh my
God!
God.
For the safety of the planet,
You went dark, my friend.
Sat this one out. So there you go. Eurovision explained by an American. Hope you like this video. Subscribe if you like. Check out Ken on Instagram. He did all the animations for this video. Thank you, Ken. And yeah, stay cool. Stay tuned.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. That was a lot of fun. Go subscribe. And yes, go subscribe to Geography Now. Okay, so Eurovision is just pure Muppetry, judging from that video. I'm sure there's other aspects to it too, but that looked like a lot of nonsensical fun. It really did. Man, I'm going to have to talk to Daniel and Spencer, because they've done a bunch of reactions to Eurovision stuff, and I got to ask them some things. Mainly if it was one of the more fun things that they did. Because that looks like a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, some of this stuff looked absolutely ridiculous, and I loved every second of it. Queen Boomer, this is right up Queen Boomer's alley. This is something that she would love to watch. She loves what she terms dancey dances, and she loves songs, and she loves ridiculousness. So this looks like it's the total package for her. So I'm gonna have to have a talk with Queen Boomer, and maybe we should do some future reactions to Eurovision for you guys. Maybe it'll bring in some new people that haven't discovered the channel. I don't know. But maybe he said it in the video, but I can't remember if he did. When Eurovision takes place, because I'm not sure when it takes place. But if it's something that they show live on a program or something, or I don't know, because it has the potential for like a live stream reaction. Also, I think. So, I don't know, man. I'm kind of excited to do Eurovision reactions now. But if there's any other like rules or stipulations or anything that you guys feel I should know about, feel free to write them in the comments below. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember to go to subscribe to Geography Now. They do a fantastic job. And they're just one of the best channels that I've subscribed to in the past year. I've watched several of their videos on my own. So go subscribe to them. And subscribe to this channel too if you haven't. Please. I don't know. Remember, guys, do what you want. I'm not going to banter about that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And if there's any particular Eurovision thing that I feel like I need to watch, that you think I need to watch, let me know in the comments below also. Anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, everybody.